Hey everyone, Captain Matt here. Promise I'd try and do some reports and updates of what's going on, particularly Lake Champlain. We've been doing bass and pike trips the last couple of days. A lot of those out there saying they're not getting any reports of what's going on. I'd be lying to say if we haven't had some major changes. Obviously, the lake being up close to 2 feet over the last month certainly changed conditions. In the last 2 to 3 days, as anyone can imagine, water warming up quickly. The back bays were in the mid 60s today. We have fished Central Lake region from Crown Point all the way up through Converse, Shelburne Bay, and into Mallets. I know Captain Dave was up in the islands today. Today we fished Mallets Bay. Did get some largies on spinnerbaits, a chartreuse and white spinnerbait, as well as some chatterbaits, a silver chatterbait with blue and white and silver and white. Up in the outside of the Lamoille, weed lines, any grass that came out the edge of some deeper dark water, we got largies. Smallies definitely on the beds. Some places we found vacant beds, but did find some fish cruising. Ned rigs today, a couple on Senko's, Ned rig with a TRD, Ned rig also with a fresh baits Helgramite on it worked. And obviously much better water clarity up in the northern part of the lake. Yesterday we fished down in the Town Farm Bay, Converse area. From Point Bay down south to the Otter Creek was pure mud. Visibility horrible. We could not bed fish. We got a few fish cruising again on spinnerbaits and chatterbaits, just covering water. Virtually no way that we could work a bed program as far as smallies go. We did catch fish in places where I know that the smallies spawn. Just again moving and covering water. Same thing. Ned rigs, Nico rig caught some down there. We got a couple of northerns yesterday, a couple today. One good northern yesterday on a Ned rig, another fairly good one on a chatterbait. The one northern was a 10-pounder, and we got lucky with the Ned rig. He had it in the corner of the mouth, didn't bite us off. I haven't trolled for trout and salmon the last 4 or 5 days, although I have talked to some guys that have been out trolling, again, from the Converse Bay region. If anybody knows that area, that mud line coming from the Otter Creek is pretty much dead center of the lake. If you go to the Split Rock side, Whalen's Bay, temperature drops off 10 degrees and it's gin clear. Those fish are on that mud line. You got to troll it, cover water. I talked to a gentleman the other day, he had 6 salmon. They're not down very deep still. Surface temps in that area are in the mid 50s, so riggers down 10 to 20 feet deep. Divers out 40 to 60 feet. Don't have to have them out. And I would say probably 2 to 5 color cores are going to take bites. I have not gone jigging for Lakers yet. I intend to in the next week or two. I've caught them on trolling in my areas that I know they're on the bottom in the last couple weeks, so they're certainly around. Other places in Vermont, the Rutland County area, my other boats, my son and another one of my buddies, Andy from New England Outdoor Life, both fished Chittenden Reservoir, Dunmore, and Hortonia. Senko's leading the way there. Smallies have been inside of 5 feet of water. Again, all those bodies of water are way up. Chittenden Reservoir is the highest I've ever seen. I fished it last week, water up into the trees. So the fish are right in tight, but Senko's leading the way. Andy did some fish today on chatterbaits and spinnerbaits, mainly spinnerbaits, but he said a lot of on Senko. Once the spinnerbait went off, he went to a more slower program. And again, those largies are pretty shallow still. They're probably post-spawn. A lot of that water's down there in the 60s now with this warm week. I'm sure that we're going to see the tail end of the spawn down there. Most places in Champlain, the spawn's really just getting hold right now. Some of the smallies today were aggressive, protecting beds. Others were kind of cruising them around them. So it wasn't a slam dunk. We did about 20 bass today and a couple northerns in much better water conditions. Fought the south wind for a little bit, one of the areas I wanted to work, but once we got inside some back bays, we were pretty good to go. So again, going to be on the water virtually. I say every day, I just had a cancellation for the week. Anybody wants to get out, I can do either trolling or casting for bass and pike right now. This weekend, 8th to 9th, is wide open. I'm going to be out all next week. So stay tuned. Hopefully we have some more reports for you. Captain Matt from Third Alarm Traders. Tight lines, everybody.